Hello everyone, this is our work titled On the Feasibility of EEG-based Motor Intention Detection for Real-Time Robot Assistive Control. We are from the University of Pennsylvania GRASP Lab. Before we start, let me decompose the title to give you a brief understanding of what this work is about and why this is important. First, the problem we focus on is motor intention detection. In order to provide essential physical assists to the elderly or individuals with limited mobility, detecting intention from motion or kinematic is not enough. As a feasibility study, we narrow down this huge topic to detecting two kinds of grasping motions with left and right arm. In this work, we utilize electroencephalogram, EEG for short, to achieve intention detection by capturing electrical signals emitted by the brain cortex's pyramidal cells. It has been demonstrated that many motion-related signals like readiness potential and ERD-ERS can be detected from the frontal lobe and motor cortex using EEG. Together with its accessibility and minimal invasiveness, EEG provides huge potential in motor intention detection. The last part we want to emphasize is real-time. In recent years, many works show impressive results using EEG to do fancy tasks such as this video. However, it's worth noticing that actually the robot is moving 8 times slower than in the video, and what's more undesirable is that it's not a real-time control. On average, it takes more than 14 minutes in every task to decode the brain signal and requires 10 minutes data collection for each subject. In order to establish responsive interactions, what we want to achieve is high accuracy, low data requirements, and real-time performance. Our robot assistive control pipeline involves 2 main stages: offline training and online inference. During offline training, we collect EEG and motion capture data, labeling actions when movement starts. We then denoise the EEG data and extract features, specifically the sample covariance matrix. These features serve as input for a support vector machine classifier, employing tangent space projection on the Riemannian manifold. In the online stage, we replicate the offline process with slight adjustments. We begin by denoising and extracting features from real-time data, projecting them onto the mean obtained from the offline stage. Next, we utilize a pre-trained model to classify actions, storing the results in a buffer queue. Finally, we conduct a final classification based on recent queue results to ensure safe robot control. Now, let's explore each component of the pipeline in detail, starting with denoising and why it's essential. EEG captures both brain signals and various artifacts like eye movements, muscle activity, and line noise. Previous studies have employed signal decomposition methods or statistical thresholding, primarily for diagnostic purposes. However, for real-time control applications, we use 2 efficient methods: bandpass filtering, which filters out noise within the frequency range of motion-related brain signals, enhancing signal clarity, and derivative method, which calculates the difference between consecutive EEG values. We eliminate drift caused by electrode impedance changes. We've selected the sample covariance matrix from various biosignal features because it's compact for real-time computation and offers a robust spatial relationship representation. This matrix is a type of symmetric positive definite SPD matrices living on the Riemannian manifold. We can compute their mean using the expectation maximization method with tangent space projection. In the offline stage, we compute the mean of all training data and project them onto the tangent space of the mean. Then, we utilize standard classifiers like support vector machine, random forest tree, or multi-layer perceptron. During online inference, we use this mean and the classifier to convert the current sample covariance matrix into tangent space and use transformed vector to classify the action. For our experimental setup, we use a Bidium neuron wet EEG device to get a stream of brain signals at 250 Hz using the International 1020 system with 30 electrodes, and OptiTrack motion tracking system at 100 Hz to collect the ground truth data. For selecting the best combination of classifiers, features, and hyperparameters, we use a self-collected offline dataset, which is different from what we use during real robot experiment. For our offline dataset collection, 2 subjects performed tasks of grasping objects, repeated 30 times over 2 sessions. Each task began with a 5-second rest, followed by a 5-second action period, with auditory cues for guidance. We use the collected offline data to select 2 key hyperparameter, the time window and frequency range. Our results indicate that a frequency range of 5 to 15 Hz, which we presume to be attributed by the presence readiness potential, was most effective. The optimal configuration was a 2-second time window at 5 to 15 Hz, which achieved the highest accuracy of 86.88%. In this part of our study, we compared the effectiveness of different classifiers and feature sets using the collected offline dataset. Our findings highlight that derivative processing boosts classification accuracy by reducing intertrial variability. Among the feature types, tangent space projection proved most effective. Thus, a combination of tangent space projection with derivative processing reached the highest accuracy of 86.88%. For classifier performance, we evaluated using a mean accuracy derived from the top 3 results across all feature combinations. Our optimally tuned models, through grid search, showed that support vector machine achieved the highest average accuracy of 69.1%. In real robot experiment, during training phase, we gathered data from 2 subjects across 30 randomized trials of left and right hand grasping motions. Each trial included a 2-second rest followed by a 2-second motion period. This data was used to train a tangent space projection-based SVM model with optimal hyperparameters. Post-training, we moved to real-time testing using a KUKA ICRA 7 robot in a controlled setting. As the subjects performed randomized grasping tasks, the robot, guided solely by EEG-based SVM predictions, reached and delivered the designated object that the human couldn't reach by themselves. The outcome demonstrated a notable success with accuracies for the 2 subjects being 79.1% and 70.8% respectively. In this paper, we introduce a real-time processing framework, which adopts the Riemannian geometry-based EEG signal processing approach to extract rich covariance matrix features and predict left-right grasping motion intention with a simple SVM classifier trained on only 4 minutes of demonstrations. In offline pipeline, we achieve a peak accuracy of 86.66% at 160 Hz prediction frequency and more than 70% accuracy under the online settings. A comprehensive analysis of hyperparameter and classification model selection is provided. Thank you.